Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super glad you did. And if you are returning, y'all, the real MVP, you already know. So I am very excited to announce that this is the last video in the majors of the Learn the Rider Waite Tarot series. So if you guys have not seen any of my previous videos where I announced this, I will be taking a little break. I intend to take a week off from filming to catch us up on that Google document and get us to where we are in the videos. That way I can release the document corresponding with the video that day. I have only gotten us as far as the Hermit right now, so I do have a lot of catching up to do. So if you guys want to rewatch any of those videos with the corresponding paperwork, you can feel free to do so now if you feel like you need it. And going forward, hopefully we have all of the paperwork for all of the videos whenever you guys start watching them again. So if you guys haven't seen that, I did just want to say that I do intend to take a break for a week. I don't know how long that break is going to last because I'm in workhorse mode right now and I start going really crazy if I'm not working on something. So I'm going to try my very best to not film for an entire week, but I don't know how that's going to work. So also, last announcement, if you guys have not yet seen my new review of the Messenger Oracle deck, please go watch that one. I am going to start a new thing on my channel where I do walkthroughs of tarot and oracle decks. So when I release a new tarot or oracle deck review, you will see two videos on that. One will be the review with my face and the chattiness and all of the review that you guys are used to. And the second one will be just a walkthrough of that deck imagery, which is not a review, not talking about any of the stuff that I like or don't like of that deck. It will be unbiased, it will be very less chatty, there is meditative music in it, and it is only meant to walk through each card one by one so that you guys can see it if you are in the market for that deck. So I'm very excited to be able to finally do walkthroughs on my channel as well as getting back into pick-a-cards. So I just wanted to show you guys that that's why I interrupted the Learn the Rider Waite Tarot series for that when I had released it, because I really want you guys to see that that's what we're going to be doing moving forward with reviews. But I am also going to be doing walkthroughs for all of the decks that I have already reviewed. So if you guys see those, don't feel like you have to watch them. There's no new information. It's just going to be to have it out, to have it in existence, because I love watching those deck walkthroughs card by card when I am in the market for a deck. So since I have the ability to do so and I have over 20 decks, I really want to get those walkthroughs out now. So definitely don't feel like you have to watch those when they come out, but if you guys like the calmer side of my channel, not so much chaos, not so much talking, you guys can totally feel free to watch those as opposed to my deck reviews, or watch both of them, whatever suits your fancy. So let's go ahead and jump into today's card, which is going to be the last card of the majors. I'm so excited, you guys. We are moving forward so quickly. This is card number 21, so I think that means we're on video 24. I'm pretty sure it's 24. But yes, you guys are doing so great with this series. I'm so proud of all of you guys that are sticking with this as it comes out. And for anyone watching this in the future, I am really excited that you're here, and I really hope you like this series. I worked really hard on it, and I just hope somebody utilizes the information that I am giving out. So let's go ahead and read what this card says at the top. If you guys are new to the series, I am using this book as well as my Radiant Rider Waite, both of which are linked in the description box for you guys always. So this book says here about the World card, you have two wands at your disposal. It is not only a matter of distinguishing or combining individual opposites, but of those of all four elements. Each person is endowed with all four elements, and what you make of them is your personal contribution, your participation in the world. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. I keep forgetting to show you guys the cards like really up close if you don't have a Rider Waite. Go ahead and take a look at that imagery. I've forgotten because now you're on a tripod, so you're a lot more forward. I have to really get you in there. So if you guys are stoked on this card. I'm so excited. We're on the last of the majors, you guys. I didn't think it would feel this good to hit the end of the majors, but it sure does. Let's look at the keywords here for the majors. So upright for the majors, for the world card, upright is fulfillment, harmony, and completion. We do talk about this as the card of completion, completion of a cycle, things like that, because it is the last one in the majors. Reversed, this card means incompletion, no closure, and emptiness. So let's see what the book has to say here about this card. It says, you have 2 wands. Did I already say that? I did totally say that. I keep forgetting to read the keywords first. My bad, y'all. Okay, so if you get this card in a spiritual experience reading, it means take part in the world and the world will notice of you. Words are hard today. Take part in the world and the world will take notice of you. There we go. So you can live 2 lives at once. If you get this as the card for the day, it means your strong point and your task right now is to step up onto center stage. If you get this in a love and relationships reading, it means a woman is shown in the center of the world. That means a man must see himself in the woman to understand the world, and a woman must see herself in the world to understand herself. Ooh, getting deep there for love and relationships. So if you get this in a success and happiness reading, it means don't just ask yourself what you want from the universe. Stop and think what the universe has given you and what it is asking you to do. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the 10 hidden images here. So the first one we're looking at, very easy. It's the lady in the middle. Clearly, there's a lady in the middle. So this says, the figure turns both toward and away from the observer, calm and agitated, half clothed, half naked. Between alternatives, always on the go, yet going with the flow, serenely balancing contradictions. The next one is the 2 wands that she has in her hands there. Sorry guys, it's really hard to get my pointer. I'm holding this in this hand and this in this hand. I gotta put everything down for the pointer, so I gotta give something up somewhere. So her wands she has in both hands there. The magician carries a single wand, which represents the I, or me, or self. And the world has 2 wands, which represents I and you. So with 2, the 4 elements can be brought together, which is a sign of the cross. Negative connotation means that inconsistencies remain. So the next one we're talking about here is the red bands. So there's a red one there, there's a red one there. We're talking about the red bands at the top and the bottom of the image. You see that? So 2 red ribbons each portray the lemniscate, the sign of infinity. Positive connotation is balance, endlessness, and vitality. Negative connotation is in a rut, repetition, without growth or maturity. The next one we're talking about here is the green wreath. Very clearly, she is in the center of a wreath there. So a crown of laurels and a wreath for a grave. As a wreath, it underlines the spatial and temporal limits to our existence in this life. The crown of laurels signifies lasting success, and when we learn how to use this framework. So again, we are looking at that same wreath, so I'm going to put it down for a second. An ellipse has 2 focal points, matching 2 wands. Sometimes, though, it is necessary to step out of line in order to come to terms with life's inconsistencies. The next one we're looking at here is the mauve shawl. That was hard to say for some reason. Mauve shawl. That little scarf she's wrapped in. That's what a shawl is for y'all that don't know what a shawl is. So every ascent to great heights takes place on a spiral staircase. Sir Francis Bacon said that, apparently. Also, a symbol for evolution, DNA, and endlessly woven band. Also a sign of personal development. I don't know why they spaced out the word development. It says D-velop-ment. Development. So I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but that's how they spelled it in there. So So the next one we're looking at here is the 4 evangelists. You guys can see those little dudes there. We also saw that in the Wheel of Fortune with the 4 evangelists in each corner. So every person has access to the possibilities of all 4 elements. What he or she makes of them forms the essential 5th element, the quintessence, also to be seen portrayed by the figure in the center. So now we get to talk about what quintessence really means here. We have heard the word quintessence in so many of these cards, and I never understood it. You guys had just kept saying the quintessence, and I was like, okay, sure, quintessence. I just took it because that's what you do when you don't understand things. You're like, okay, yes, quintessence, got it. But now it's talking about all 4 of these elements plus you make the 5th element. So 5 elements is quintessence, 5 elements, the essence of 5. That makes sense. So the next one we're looking at is the partial nudity of the figure here. Clearly she is as nude as she's gonna get, but we're covering up her downstairs with a mauve shawl. So a warning against lack of culture. Backs up one's will to face the naked truth. Here too, birth, marriage, death, and the salient points on the circle of life, which are also associated with nakedness. Nakedness. I should have downloaded rep saying naked so that I can play it when I said naked. It's so cute how he says it. I can't get my accent to do that. Okay, the next one is like the legend of Barbarossa, and it's just pointing at the girl in the circle. So it has this whole part right here highlighted with the corners kept out of the highlight. So I'm gonna put my arm down because that's what we're gonna talk about for the next 2 of these. So the girl in the middle of the wreath, that's what we're talking about for the legend of Barbarossa. So many legends tell of a princess or giant shut away in earth in a mountain who toss and turn there in anticipation of their release. The card stands for this too. The next one, still the same image we're talking about. It says the world and the woman. The sum of the digits XXI equals 3. So 10 plus 10 plus 1, which is 21. Sum of 2 plus 1 equals 3. So 3 equals the Empress. And between them lie 18 steps. So it takes 18 to get to oh, my brain with math. It takes 18 steps to get from 3 to 21. So 18 is the number of the moon card. And the moon represents redemption. Thus, the world also shows the Empress, the Great Mother Earth, in a state of deliverance. Sorry, y'all. Math makes my brain just kind of like it does not compute. There's like a black screen in front of my face. Even the most basic math, yes, that was hard for my brain. I can do it. I can math. I don't like it. I don't want it. So I hope you guys are able to retain some of that. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of not so into the whole math thing there at the very end. But this is a very simple card to understand. End of a cycle. If you really want to go as far as talking about the woman in the world and the evangelists and all of that, you can. I mean, it is important and it's not important. We see that time and time again with these cards. So all you really need to know about this card is that it represents fulfillment, harmony, and completion. So, you know, the entire world, harmony of the world, you can just imagine the world imagery, things like that, or reversed, it is incompletion, no closure, and emptiness. So if the world was flipped on its head, what would that talk about? Even though that's kind of how Australia is, but not technically. So alright, I'm gonna stop blabbing because you guys know the longer I blab, the less I make sense. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, please give me a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, that's cool, thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. And say whatever you want in the comments because y'all do anyway. And I keep forgetting to mention this, but you guys, my socials and my booking info are all always in the description box for you guys, as well as my tarot and oracle wish list. And I have had to make some adjustments to my pricing and services because I have had a huge influx of readings lately, and I can't take on any more free readings for the group or for friends or any of that stuff. So I did have to bump up my prices as well as add a couple services to that list. So if you guys want the full range of prices and services, you can see that on both my Facebook and Instagram. The information you have in the description box here is only a basic tarot reading list of services. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you guys ever need it. And I always post pictures of my plants updates going on Instagram. If you guys want to follow me there, it's a fun time. So I am probably not going to see you guys for another week. The only other video you might get from me right now is a new moon reading, but I will probably put that out before these ones. I'm not quite sure. I didn't realize the new moon was coming up on me real fast because my moon calendar hasn't been updating. It like gets stuck on a certain percentage. So I've been thinking I have like a week until the new moon. I decided to click on it today. Nope, that new moon is coming up on me in like 2 days. So I'll figure it out. You guys already know I backlog videos, so they're always out of order when I decide to put them out. You guys will figure it out. You're smart kids. So I really hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are when this video reaches you, my friends. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.